So I am working on my lipstick, and of all types, gloss, liquid, lip stains, everything declutter for 2020. Anything I declutter in mass like this, I don't count against my no buy. I did post previously how I do demerit myself for not finding a way to successfully use a product, therefore it goes to waste. I recently decluttered the Huda. That only had about 15% left, so it didn't count a lot against me. But let's say if it was a brand new $40 foundation, that would have counted against. Before I could purchase anything, I would have to use up that much to replace it. So it does help me concentrate on using versus buying. So I don't know if it would work for everybody, but it does work for me. So as I started this declutter, I did swatch all of these on my hand. And so it was pretty glaring to me. There's certain colors I don't use. I don't like the peachy neutrals. I'm way too fair. They don't look good on me. And the like orangey ones I won't use. So I don't know, honestly, if I ever even swatch these. None of them smelt bad or expired. So I am going to keep these first two. They are Sweater Weather and Under the Tree. One is like a hot pink. The other one is like I guess it's kind of like a gold shimmer, but they're both gorgeous. So I am going to keep those two. I am parting ways with No Peeking. This is one of those orangey neutrals or pale neutrals. They don't really look good on me, so I am getting rid of that. I am keeping the Naughty is the New Nice. This is a shimmery Christmas red. I did use this during the holiday period at my sales job during the day and then at my retail job at night, and received probably a record number of compliments on it. It is truly just a stunning color. This one is, let's see, this is Snowball. This one is again, orangey gold shimmer. Doesn't look good on me, still smells good, so I'm going to send that to my daughter. Next, I have Hot Cocoa. I'm actually going to keep this for now with the option to declutter in the future, because as I'm looking at all my liquid lipsticks, I feel like I have a ton of these, and some of them may be newer or a better formula or whatever. So I'm going to put this in the maybe pile for now, and maybe we'll declutter at a different time. So I'm also getting rid of, this is December. This in the jar looks like a blue-red, but when it's on my skin, it does not. So I'm actually decluttering that. I'm going to send that to my daughter. And then the last one is Small Wonder. This is like a mauvey pink, and it's just for the sheer fact of the number of lipsticks I have. She can enjoy it. She's a young mom, works very hard, and I think that would be great for her. I am also decluttering a full size. Let's see what this is. If it focuses. Kissmas. So again, this is like a beigey nude that is just too fair for my skin tone. My daughter is very deep skin toned, and so she will love this, or medium skin tone, I guess. She will love it. I have also here, this is Bougie, which is a blue-red. I also have Mary Jo K. I'm not sure where it's at right now, but I do own that one, and I will not be decluttering that, so I am keeping that. So right off the bat, I can tell that I am not decluttering any of my Dose of Colors. I actually, when they had the buy one, get one half off sale not too long ago, I guess it's probably been 6 months now, I purchased a ton of them for me and my daughter. I sent her 8. I kept these 6. And then I recently received this Too Faced one in one of the boxes. And I do love all of these formulas, so I am keeping all of these. Next, I'm going to do Jeffree Star. So next, I'm working on the Jeffree Stars. I actually have purged a lot of my Jeffree Star ones that I knew I was never going to wear. I did keep 2 from mystery boxes that I liked, hoping I would use them. I did swatch all of these. And these outer one and, you know, beginning and ending, I am decluttering. So that is Karma. I'm going to send her, and she can keep or pass whatever she prefers. And Medusa is the other one. I did receive both of those in mystery boxes. I am going to keep all 3. There is Scandal, question mark, again from the box, and Calabasas. I can't talk today. So I am keeping all of those. Next, I have some individual, like, singles I have of brands. So right off the bat, I can tell you that I am not decluttering my Infallible. I love it. It's a very hot pink. Don't even think I showed you that one. And that I am keeping my Power. This one is in Homicide. It's an amazing blue-red. It's just stunning. This Smashbox one is decluttered because it is old, and same with this Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick. It is, I would guess, probably 2, possibly 3 years old, so I'm getting rid of that. I'm going to reserve decision for this one a little bit later. I'm going to see how many hot pinks I really have. I only recently got into hot pinks, so I want to see exactly what it with that one. This Koki one I don't care for, and it's probably either expired or close to expiring, so I'm going to declutter that. This glazed lip paint LA Girl. This is in the shade Blushing. This is actually not even open. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and leave that sealed, and I'm going to throw it in our contests. So this is a Healthy Lip by Physicians Formula. Again, more than likely expire. Let's see if it has an expiration. Some of their products do. It does not. But this one is, it doesn't even like smell the same. So I am going to get rid of that. And this Infallible Paints, I'm actually going to again put in my maybe pile and see how things go and what I end up with. So far, I'm really comfortable with this declutter. I'm still keeping more, but I am balancing this out. So I'm going to set this in the maybe pile. We're going to do ColourPop next. Okay, we are working on ColourPop now. So the first ones are part of the Ultra Matte Lip. That's what these ones are. These two are blotted. This is satin, I believe. Yep. This one is satin. And this one I believe is satin, but the label's actually completely rubbed off. So I'm not sure. Again, I did swatch these, and there were some glaring obvious things. Like 2 of these are almost the same color. This bottom one, let's see, it'd be the left side bottom one. It's actually looks brown in the camera. It's actually more of like a mauve. It's really stunning. So right away I know I'm going to declutter. So this first one I'm going to put in my maybe pile. See, this is Pearl Next Door. I'm going to put that in my maybe pile. Although now that I see that name doesn't even make sense. Star-Crossed. Let me look at the swatch again. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that one. That one's cute. This is Tulle, and this is that mauve color I was talking about. So I'm going to keep that. Both of these reddish color ones, again, I'll show you, they're in the upper right-hand corner of the swatches. Just not my shades, not something I would wear. I typically only wear reds. I wear blue reds, so I'm going to send that to my daughter. Same with this one, only because it does look similar to the one I kind of put in my maybe pile, so I don't need 2 of the same shade range. And then this one is in Mic Check. This is literally my favorite liquid lip gloss. I'm using it. I probably will have it done, if not by the end of the year. I mean, I don't even think it will take to the end of the year, but I definitely am keeping that. Next, I'm going to combine Ofra, Anastasia, and Urban Decay all kind of in one line and swatch them all in a line so that I kind of can see them all. I feel like they have very similar formulas and very similar performance. So I'm going to do those all together. Okay, at the spur of the moment, I did decide to add my MAC in there as well. Okay, I did decide to combine MAC into this only because this is my only liquid lipstick I have left. This one is probably going to expire this year. I don't believe it has a date on it. It doesn't. It still works and smells fine, but I do know it's getting up there in age. It was one of the first times I got into high-end lipsticks was MAC. I did have like 3 or 4. They were my only like high-end lipsticks. And I know that my 2 bullet lipsticks have completely expired. I cannot even like kind of use them. They're completely dried out. So I did declutter those, but I'm holding them for the MAC trade-in, how you can turn in and get a free lipstick. So I'm waiting for that. So I did again swatch all of these, and quite honestly, vast majority of these are going to be decluttered. They're just either duplicates of what I've already put over there or not my formula, etc. So I'm going to declutter both of these Anastasia ones. They are not expired yet, so I'm going to send them to my daughter. And I was just thinking I actually could share with my other son's girlfriend as well. We're all pretty close in that regard. These have amazing pigmentation. Like if you look, it's the first 2 right here. They are amazing. They're so full of life, but they are very drying, and I naturally have dry lips, and it's winter in Michigan, so they gotta go. My stepdaughter does live in Texas, so she might have better luck with that. These first 3 Ofras, excuse me, not first 3. The first and third, again, this would be the third, fourth, and fifth swatched. So I am going to declutter the first and the third. Again, very pigmented, look good, but one is not my shade and the other one is a duplicate of other ones that I have. This one I am going to keep. I may declutter this at a future one. It's not very opaque, but it is a beautiful color, so I am going to keep that. And then I am going to keep this Ofra. It's the only Ofra I'm keeping. It is in the shade Mocha. I'm not 100% that it is an amazing color for me. It would be that top one on the right, but it's very pretty, and I like having a variety of brands, either for videos or for testing, etc. So I too am going to declutter both of these Urban Decays. It's the second and third on the right hand side going from the top. If you look how many just in this I have of similar colors, it's just not worth keeping when someone else can get joy out of it. And again, I am going to keep my MAC. I am going to try to pan this and totally get rid of it and have it used completely. Next I have Galactic and Lip Bar, and that is the end of my liquid lipsticks. So as I mentioned, Galactic and Lip Bar are my last ones of liquid lipsticks. Here is them swatched in this order, just so you can see it all. I can tell you right now, there is nothing being done with my Lip Bar. I love Lip Bar's formula. It's similar to Kylie in the sense that it dries down, like it starts off wet. It's movable, it's pliable. It lets you get it where you want it. It lets you get it as opaque as you want it. And then it dries down and it's not uncomfortable. It doesn't feel tight. It does need to be reapplied, but I don't know any lipstick that doesn't, so I feel like that's like almost like an unstated point you don't need to make, but I made it anyways. So these two definitely are getting kept. So last is Galactic. I'm actually going to keep these two. I'm going to kind of put it in a, I have option to declutter in the future. I haven't really used these enough. When I use them, I like them, but as you can see from my collection, they kind of got lost in it. So I do want to keep these. I am actually a huge fan of the Galactic brand as a general. Actually, same with Lip Bar. Lip Bar's products, I have yet to find a bad product. So I just kind of have faith that they would work out for me if they were given the opportunity. So I am going to keep those. So if we revisit my maybes, I am actually going to declutter all of them, and I'll tell you why. In the ones that I decided to keep, I actually kept all of these colors, multiples. Like these three actually are, this is more of a hot pink when you actually see it on, but these two are very similar colors, and I probably can tell you 100 mauves. Actually, you know what? I don't have a lot of drugstore mauves other than ColourPop. Okay, you know what? I'm going to keep the L'Oreal. These three are going to go. I don't think any of these are expired as far as not date necessarily, but how they smell, use, or anything. So I'm going to give it to my daughter. I do always tell anybody I give my stuff to, one, if it was used, because not all of them were used. But also I tell them if, you know, what age range they are, so they have the choice to say, I don't want this, or I do. So this is where we ended up. I have 4 that I'm throwing away, which I actually think is really good, because I would have thought more would have expired and gone bad in my collection because it's this big. Although, again, I did declutter probably 6 months ago, and in that regard, I actually had a friend offer me a lump sum to purchase all of them, so I didn't have to do much with them. It was really nice, and they didn't go bad sitting in my collection. So this is ones I am decluttering and giving to my son's girlfriend or my daughter. They can decide what they want. I will send them pictures so I can ship the one that needs to be shipped, or give it to my son to give to my son's girlfriend. And then this is what I'm keeping. I've kind of gotten away from liquid lipsticks. I probably should have decluttered a little bit more. I hated lip gloss previously. In fact, I have videos on my YouTube just ranting about lip gloss and my hair getting in it and everything else, but I've really figured out that when you get the right formula, it's really amazing. So I think that I probably could have decluttered this a little bit more, but one, I am a lipstick hoarder. If you can't tell, I love lipstick, but also not just that. I feel like sometimes it's good to have a little bit of variety, even if you're not using them all now. So if there's a date night or a wedding or something, you have them in there. It's just bigger than I want it to be. So I probably at the 6-month mark will do another declutter and start as I start phasing down my collection. So that's liquid lipsticks. I am going to do glosses and stains and stuff in another video, and I will post those shortly. Thanks.